Hello, YouTube. The Eye of Stone here. And tonight we are going to be doing something completely different. A totally fresh, unexpected direction for me to go on this channel. Since The Legend of Zelda, I have been famous for not doing games like this, and maybe even kind of poo-pooing them. But with an eye to move forward on this channel, recently I decided, let's do exactly the type of game you would avoid doing, as in you, the Eye of Stone. And I was working very hard when Dungeons of Hinterberg came out, and I noticed it, and I just didn't have the time. I don't have that problem right now, so what I want to show you is that I have 50 hours in the game, and I know a lot of people. Good evening, Ekmer. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining, as always, and thank you to everybody else for being here. I know a lot of people talk smack on Steam achievements, but you can already see in 50 hours of play, I'm at 45 out of 50 Steam achievements. So what that means is I've already beaten the game. However, it is designed to be replayed ad astra, and really this is going to be easier on the palate if we start from a position of strength. I fully intend to get all four of these, but enough of that. Let's jump right in. Here we go. After all, we don't want to be late to the Onion Festival. This is Luisa, and she is absolutely rocking it in her kitty goth outfit, but don't let it fool you for a moment, because my Luisa is pretty badass. We've got an attack rating of 11 and a defense of 17. The dungeons max out at 9. And I still have a long way to go to get my physical attack to 300, but it might be reachable. You can see that I have the Heart Blade already. I have the legendary level body armor, pads, leggings, and not to mention a pretty devastatingly powerful charm rig. They're all shrunk to ones, and I have capacity increases. There's just a couple that aren't shrunk down to 1. And I'm going to be trying to get that physical attack up to 300. That'll probably require charm assistance. But I have parted ways with the turquoise jacket. I am an honorary monster. I have the Lederhosen, and I thought that was going to be as epic as it gets. But then there's several of them I haven't bought yet. Really, the first order of business is to get to 1,000,000 Hinterbucks, because, again, I have access to all dungeons now. Let's just get at it. So we're going to turn in our magical reagents for some Hinterbucks here. And actually, no. What we're going to do is we're going to see if we can shrink a charm. Yes, we can. All right. I mean, we are forking them over to her, but what we get is we get shrunken charms as a result of that, and that's important because, let's see, this is kind of a this is kind of a conundrum here, because this gives us magic points every time we kill, which you don't want to run out of magic during a fight. But on the other hand, let me see. I think, no, stop. How? Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. I don't need that. That was utilitarian once upon a time, but I'm going to get more use out of having menu sort of is not cooperating. I'm going to replace that with MP on Slay. Okay. All right. I've been working on getting that one shrunk for a hot minute. Let's go attend the Onion Festival. We're here in the village of Hinterberg in the Austrian Alps, and this is a ski town that was past its prime that has now experienced an economic miracle because magic and magical dungeons have appeared up in the mountains, and it has been a total boom for the tourist industry. And Luisa is a disaffected law student on vacation. So that is how this adventure began. However, as I said, I've beaten the game, except the game is designed to be repeated infinitely. And there's a good reason to do it this way. If I had done a full Let's Play of this, beating the game the first time all the way through, you'd have had to put up with hours of me struggling. Now we're going to be able to kick ass a lot more quickly. But let's attend the Onion Festival first. Actually, once again, we have to go take Alex by the hand. Yes. Alex is kind of needy. There's a codependency problem here. No, there's nothing left for me to buy but outfits now. Okay. Boo! Impeach her. Crickets. Do-do-ch. No. I have no idea, dude. She's advocating the use of the Tor browser. We got a hacker email. And she's investing in crypto. These are very unconscionable acts, Mayor Wagner. Unverschämt. Ah, the Kulmstein dungeons. We're going to be heading right up there first thing tomorrow morning. Count on it. Yes, the cable car. Yeah, well, they're not as much of a occult sorceress as this one is. No, we may not. We want to see the statue. Settle down. I'll get you your muffins later. Need another one for your head. That one's dirty. Yes, we have to be quiet because it's illegal. And it's revolting. Okay. Holy wow, Batman. That's the, oh, it's permanent until we smash it. Okay, Alex, we'll get... Oh yes, Hinterberg is very much like Portland. Very much so, in more ways than one. Geographically, culturally, politically, they're very progressive about all facets of running a resort, whether it be cooking, or cleaning, or gardening. Yay, onion. You do realize that this cat goth girl outfit Luisa is wearing cost me 200,000 Hinterbucks, don't you? It's not like you just go to Olivia's Outfits and buy that. Anyway, you have to have unlocked that outfit, and you don't do that until you have every single challenge coin, which I do. Again, not only do you never see me play a game like this, you also never end up seeing me brag about how good I am at this game. But I kind of am. I don't know what you're talking about, Alex. You ramble. Can we go now? See, it's only part Zelda-inspired dungeon crawler. It's also a social simulator. It gives you social stimulation by simulating social interactions with people who are not like you. It's been a long day. Well, my stats are continuing to increase. I mean, if I beat the whole damn game all over again, those stats are going to be pretty high. And I have the charms that convert all 4 categories. Alright. Beat it. She's going to go to bed to beat it. Let's see. So, open the log. You can see I have completed every level, and I have the coin for every level. Now, since restarting, I've only done 4, and I can redo those at will. We are going to start up in the ice caps because those are my favorite dungeons to play at Kolmstein. But let's see. I have amusement, relaxation, renown, and familiarity. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I had all 4 of those installed. Okay, time for you to sleep. Okay, Marina is going to slightly bump up our stats. I will do extra magicka. No, actually, I'm going to up my attack conduit recharge because I don't need... Alright, now we're going to listen to Alex talk our ear off. Look, sweetie, I leave it in the suitcase. I don't unpack. That's very good for you. Alright. We are going up to the frigid peaks of Kolmstein. Off we go. Enough exposition. When I started playing this game, I totally fell in love with it and got rabidly addicted to it, and more like devoured it over a relatively short period of time. So, magic has anomalously appeared in the world, and up here in the Austrian Alps, we're now littered with magical dungeons that you enter through portals. And each locale has a series of magical spells associated with it that you can learn by visiting the skill shrine. That pink projection of power up there is the local skill shrine. For Kolmstein, the two spells you get are Light Ray, which you can use mainly as a tool but sort of as a weapon, and the Snowboard. But I have some... You slay monsters, and with the Heartblade, I'm going to be doing a lot of slaying with the greatest of ease. You can then sell the body parts to these people who have a dance club that's based on the different monster species. However, I've unlocked all their rewards, so now they just pay me for whatever I bring them. Let's see how much, and actually you can make good money. My first goal in this first replay of the campaign is to get to 1,000,000 Hinterbucks, and then there's other things I'm going to need to buy. So it makes sense to make that much money, and because I don't really need, I'm like maxed out in terms of what equipment Luisa can have. I can save all of it. So, let's take a brief tour around the level, and then I will take us into a dungeon. Besides, every time you come up here, you want to sort of patrol around and get, I didn't really want to do that yet. You can pick up stuff from the environment. Okay. We're going to get these, we're going to get these. You got to be a little bit careful with it. We'll go here first. I'm not going to waste attack conduits on these guys. Okay. I suppose I should take us in there to show you guys the sights, but sometimes it's fun just to snowboard up here. You don't have to do a dungeon every day you come up here. You can sit and stare at the scenery, and Luisa will pretend to think deep thoughts, and when you get back to Hinterberg at the end of the day, you have to really lean into the social simulator, either spending time with people or she spends time with herself. This is the skill shrine. This is where you learn the magic spells for a given area. There's 4 areas. One's a swamp, one's another mountainous area, there's Kolmstein where we are now, and then I'm drawing a total blank on what the other one is. Hinterwald, that's a forest. Alright. Down we go. Actually, that was where I wanted it to be. These will restore your health, and if you have the charm, they'll restore your magic and attack conduits as well. I have parted ways with that charm. I mean, I still own it, but I don't have it equipped because me winning battles is not really dependent upon how many attack conduits I can bring to bear. I have her pretty heavily beefed up. Her armor, legging, and pads they can't be bought. You have to get them from other characters. And I'm lacking in amusement. There's amusement, renown, familiarity, and relaxation. My character is supremely relaxed. She's not particularly amused, and that can matter. But, okay. I love the whimsy of this game. I like the pacing. I like that it's action-packed, but it's good-natured. It's fun killing monsters, but it's just sort of good-natured. Let's see, and whimsical, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. Okay. The puzzles can be tricky, especially in Hinterwald dungeons, but they never set you up to fail. The Hinterwald puzzles can get tricky. None of the puzzles in the other levels, well, that's not true. The swamp dungeons are probably the worst as far as puzzle difficulty. Okay. Alright, now my attack conduit is going to drain his magical shield immediately. He would have been harder, but no contest. No match at all. If you're going to come up to one of the resort areas, you want to just pick up some nutrients out of the environment. Alright, this is a very vertical attack. Let's go underground. These guys can be annoying. Invasive little frickin'. Come on, die already! Okay. Now, they didn't even see, it's like, with where I have her, she can sort of regenerate some of her health. Normally, you would fresh up your magic points and your hit points with these bulbous things. Those are like magical goo, basically. It's like mana, pouches of mana. But, during combat, your magic, recharging your magic is a little bit different. Let's go ahead and do Glacial Galaxy. The dungeons themselves only go up to level 8. Luisa is... they go up to level 9. So 9 attack, 9 defense. Luisa is 11 and 17. I think we're going to be okay here. Yes, but repetition is key. Let's just start at the beginning. Apparently this dungeon was the last time I used a waystone. So, the type of space we are in is very DMT enriched. We're not exactly down, but we're not exactly up either. And we seem to be inhabiting a floating snowflake. And we probably have Earth standard gravity, but the very small circumference of this frosty planetoid makes for some odd effects. Okay. Now, this is where the light ray comes in handy. Here we go! Now, it's generally a good idea not to get so enamored with the snowboarding that you don't stop to look where secrets might be. Like for your challenge coin, if you don't have it for this dungeon yet, which I do. Or chests you may not have gotten to. But I have pretty much pilfered this particular dungeon, so I'm not gonna fuss particularly much. Again, in a lot of respects, this is like the last game a lot of people would expect to ever see me play, but I went completely batshit crazy for this game the moment I started playing it. Hey, EAS ZQ8, we're happy to see you here tonight. Welcome to the glacial galaxy in the Kolmstein dungeons of Hinterberg. Now, where is my track? Actually, I think I want to go here. Again, my attack conduits are not charged yet, so I can use magic as a weapon. But he's a very magical foe, so he has shields of two different kinds. I can drop that turquoise shield of his with one of my attack conduits, but he also has kind of like a Dune-style shield that can zap me. While that's up, I'm not going to be able to do much to him, but let's go ahead and target him. And I will use an attack conduit. That messed him up pretty bad. This guy's already running from me. Okay. That was that. No, this is not Skyrim. This is a much happier, more whimsical, more joyful place. There is no saga of suffering here. Hinterberg is a resort town, albeit a magical one. No, it's nothing. Okay. The ledge, Luisa, the ledge. Up we go. I remember when Lara Croft used to do it, it was all serious. Ooh, she's athletic now. It's child's play. Okay, this is not... Let's see. And then... go here. You have to use certain combinations of keys. It's a three key operation. Up, right, or in this case, up, left, and space. These are shielded spiders, so again, I'm going to use my first attack conduit that wrecks attacks, their shields, and their grunts, so... It's harder than it looks if you don't have charms like I do, and you don't have stats like I do. After, I think the second one I'll do tonight, because this dungeon is not going to take any time. I think I will take us and do a boss fight after this dungeon on the following. You only get to do one dungeon per day, but I think once we're done here, I'll do a boss fight for your viewing benefit. Give myself something approximating a challenge. Because with bosses, you have to use strategy. You can't just chip away at them. You have to get the rhythm. I want to see if I really have one memorized. I think I do, but it can go bad. You only have so much health during the fights. Okay, now this used to be annoying, but I know what to do. We've just got to make our way over there. Actually, let's see. Oh. There we go. That's what I wanted. Actually. So then, it's really just, it's never as hard as you think it might be. Let's not forget our reagents. How many of you never thought you would see me playing a game like this? Actually, we need these. Actually gonna bother to stop for those. We have a race. We gotta keep it in bounds. Okay, it's a little harder than it looks. The name of good sportsmanship, let's not take the waypoint. Well, shit, I needed those. Fuss-a-haul. Okay. Ooh, magic point snack. Again, that guy uses a lot of magic, so let's go underground where it can't get to me. No match at all. Okay. So again, we're playing Dungeons of Hinterberg. This is my second jaunt through the levels. The game is designed to be replayed at Astra. You're not supposed to give up just because you beat all the dungeons the first time. The odd thing about it is the storyline starts over as though you hadn't, and you can either choose to keep your relationship with people, or you can reset that to 0. I did not elect to reset my relationships to 0 because, one, that would mean a fuck ton of conversations and listening to people talk when I've already had to do that once. 2, it's like if you're going to save your HP and your stats and your equipment, you might as well save your perks. I don't know why you would say, it's like you had to work just as hard for all of them. So why you would, it's like you worked for all of it, so either save all of it or don't. But I am totally leveled out with everyone still, and they're acting like they don't know who I am all of a sudden. And it's like the story is repeating. That part of it wasn't necessarily intuitive, but whatever. In theory, the story has started over, and I'm playing dungeons in a very erratic manner, but it doesn't matter. Usually your 4th dungeon is not a level 8 dungeon. Okay, and with that, we have reached the end of this one, and it's not letting me get the stamp because I already have the stamp for this dungeon. I like this level. I play it a lot. Alright. We will do something a little more challenging for my next trick. However, and we will endeavor to be as expeditious about this part of the expedition as possible, but now comes the social stimulator part of the game. So now we're back in Hinterberg. We had a very good time. I should not have acquired enough magical reagents to be able to do anything with her, and anyway, I am not short on charms. But what I do want to reactivate is selling trash to Klaus, and I don't think that's been reactivated yet because I haven't let him drool on me like the hairy pervert that he is. That's not nice. He really didn't put a oversized finger on me the entire time, so that's slandering his character. Let's see if he will buy my litter. Yes, he will. Again, I want the million Hinterbucks Steam award, and there is also stuff relevant to the game that I want to buy. So saving up a mill makes sense. It's going to take a few days. All right. Goodbye. Yes. No. Why did you do that? I want you to leave. Out. Out the door. Okay, so it's like it has started over, but it hasn't. Normally at this part of the game, the town would be full of people to talk to. She doesn't count, and they wouldn't be at the campsite normally anyway, so I don't know what that's about. Let's go shopping. Again, it's only half a dungeon crawler. It's also, you're a law student on leave. Let's see. Now, when you start this level, or this game, you won't even... I have 3 left to buy that get unlocked when you reach all the coins. Or 10, rather. So... they just released... You know what I'm going to do? Since they're only 10 apiece, I'm going to go ahead and buy these holiday ones while the buying is good. They made a big announcement on Steam about these. I'm just going to go ahead and snag them because I would hate to think that they would pull them later. But let's buy them while the buying's good. And for God's sakes, I do not want to walk around in a Santa Claus outfit. But... now she looks like Krampus. You know. maxing out your outfits carries much prestige. But, let's see. What do I want to do? You only get the honorary monster if you sell the monster crew a lot of monster bodies. The Lederhosen is expensive. I like the Cat Girl just because I'm a huge goth. Talk about Portland and Seattle. The Grunge Girl just looks like a poser. I used the Terrible Monster for a while, but really, if you're going to wear that, the honorary monster is the one to wear, because that actually takes some... I don't know, the super fan is a little less crazy. Besides, I want a hat like that. If I had walked down the streets with a hat like that, my career as an officer would have gone a lot differently. Let's see. I want to see what happens if you spend time with people you're already maxed out with. Well, you spend time with both of them if you hang out at the campsite, so let's just see what this is about. Because theoretically, I already know these people as well as it's possible to do. Well, if it bumps all of them up, that's good. I really need to work on my amusement, but... would I drink it? I think relying on drinks for your MP is bad. You either have the MP or you don't. Let's see. Okay, so we were social tonight. Now, Frau Teresa is upset because the Onion Festival was not to her liking. In the technocratic, globalist 21st century, the Onion Festival is not quite what it was during the middle years of the Cold War. She just can't get her mind off it. Don't care about the statue. Yes, it's unpretentious, but I have positive associations. I was the Onion Queen 3 years in a row back in my day. Those U-boat crews were all over you. Yes, you did. Let's see. I want that hat. "20 seconds. I just gotta pick this thing up." Okay, I am back, and we do not want to be late going to bed, because Luisa does not have full hit points if she stays up. You can read a stupid book, or you can watch television on a cathode ray tube screen, which is kind of innocuous. Or you can dance like it's a Depeche Mode concert in 1992. Or you can go to bed. I think this morning we're going to go up to Doberkogel and do an area boss, because that is the whim that takes my fancy. No, I slept like shit. I want to die. That's not the only thing you miss about working at the ice cream stand. Again, I've played the game. I know, I can say that. What are we going to do? Let's do hit points. Just because I'm taking on a fairly serious opponent today. Someone to hear your prayers. Someone who's there. Alex, Hannah is not going to like you calling me that. Let's see. You know, Alex, I'm fine. I kick your ass at slaying. That's the name of the sport. Going up into these areas in the mountains and killing the baddies is the sport of slaying. Indeed, this is not Skyrim, and this is not a battle of good versus evil. This is recreational vacationing. In case that wasn't palpably obvious. Which is kind of why, one of a great many things that makes this game so refreshing. This entire game is just a breath of good-natured fresh air. It has an irreverent streak. Oh, well, isn't that gangster of you? I'm going to turn around and sell it to your ex. Because I already have it. I don't need two. I cannot equip two. Let us go up to the very yellowish fields of Doberkogel. Not fields, they're more like cliff faces. More vegetation up here, though. Okay. Let us sell... See now, the magical spells are different here. Let us blow Marina up. Except you can't hurt people. Oh, that was foolish of me. Don't waste those, please. Let us sell yesterday's scraps to the dance club. Blah, 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 blah. Just buy the stuff already. Again, our goal is 1 million Hinterbucks. It's going to take me days. Alright. Now, we are going to pay the Tatzel Room a visit. I believe we want to go this way. I'm just going to detour for magical reagents, trash, and stray monster parts, because that's my bottom line. That's the bread and butter. Mayor Wagner instituted a currency in Hinterberg called Hinterbucks to level the field for visitors. Let's see. You notice how quickly they all dodged? Now, I gotta get over there. Alright, dropped all 3 of their shields. That's good. They punch above their weight. They're not particularly tough, but they can dish it out. You gotta be careful. Let's just floss these out of the environment. Again, Sometimes, usually what I do is I'll do one dungeon and I'll just patrol the entire area. I'm not going to do that now, but generally speaking, you do a dungeon, you patrol the environment, take some combats of opportunity, and then go back to the town in the evening and pretend to give a shit while people whine. Shredding facility. Well, there'll be a fast travel anyway. You know, the super fan doesn't feel quite right for the Tatzel Rum. I think for the Tatzel Rum, we are going to be the good old B-girl ozone, because that's like what Luisa really looks like, except now she's all pro'd out and sexy. You know, honestly, she looks like a porn star, but except because the way, let's see if we can fast travel it. See, I wasn't expecting that. That's because the world is, it's like I have credit for having beaten all the dungeons, but I need to get to a map, because that's where you can fast travel. Let's just go back to the cable car and see if we can fast travel there. It might not actually be accessible right now. I might have to do significantly more replaying to even unlock the boss fights again. But let's just see. I can't imagine why they would do that. They, you know, it's like on the one hand they say the game is designed to be replayed, but they kind of make it weird. Yeah, there's something about the progression of, well, that sucks. We have a 5 and an 8 we can do. Let's do the 8. Can't get to the boss fight yet. Yes, we know. There's certain things you have to do to unlock certain areas that are related to the plot. Okay, now, so as you can see, the dungeons in Doberkogel. Looks like tonight I'm just going to have to content myself with showing you all one dungeon from hopefully all 4 of the areas, but the swamp may not even open. That might have to be for a second episode. There could be no other end. I honor my lord by destroying you. Now, don't be difficult. Oh, I didn't forget to pull that lever. I'm not supposed to pull that lever. Ugh. Super 8 train derailments. Yeah, you better run. Okay, that's gonna be a little harder. Let's disable his shields. Okay, let's see. Again, it's a 3 key combination to actually advance. You can't just it's a little movement puzzle each time you skip from one level to the other. It's kind of like the puzzles in Alien Isolation, honestly, when you're unlocking computers. You listen to me, you little bitch. You better call back that little toy army of yours. Whoa. Whoa, Diego. They're very fragile, but very sharp. Go there now to share my gift with her. No. Go away. Menus. Honestly, you know, it used to be press escape to get into the menu, press escape to get out. Ugh. Okay. Let's go, big guy. Ooh, yours has magic. I will be sporting and not use magic on him. Yeah, you pack a punch to be sure. All too easy. They're very fragile, but very sharp. The character's name was Wood, and that was his only log. I think Sergeant Bronson produced her duty sidearm and separated him from the joyous connection of the biomass. Now, I've already been in there, and they're not going to give me a reward for going in there, so fuss. Alright, this puzzle is a little tricky, and honestly, I don't know how it's like this puzzle solves itself, but I guess it sort of gives you an opportunity to see that sometimes the POV changes. Sometimes it's like you're looking at her at the side, sometimes it's above like this. I just need to futz with it. See, I'm bad at puzzles like these. Like, really bad. I mean, like, really bad. But this one kind of solves itself if you just mess with it for a while. Huh. That chest is there because every time I solve this, I get on the cart and go. I don't actually stop first, so it makes sense that that would be there. Alright. Let's see. You sort of just have to sort of finesse it a bit. I guess what you do on one isn't necessarily restrict. It's like things are happening outside your point of view that you can't quite see all the time. All right. But if I took this one over here, that might open the door. Maybe. Oh no, but it did move that. Alright, so now we're getting close here. Actually, I've been making progress the entire time. I just need to... Let's see. If I put that one here, and then comma this away, that's still not going to get me past, alright, so the only way... Actually, the quickest way to get this done is just to do this. It's right in front of me the whole time. Alright, not quite. But we're getting there. Just pull this over here. Now I get to go here. Now I get to go here. Now I get to go here. Alright, now we're really getting close, but let's not get so ahead of ourselves. Those are the hard ones to get. Actually, the scorpion tails are the hardest, but those albensics are also hard to get. Now, yes. Okay. I've gotten better at puzzles like these. I used to be helpless. Oh no. These are not climbable. I don't know what they're there for. Let's see. Again, I really try to patrol the area outside. Okay, now that's a Goblin King. Let's see. How am I going to do this? It is cute. It's a very cute game. And I refuse to apologize for playing a cute game. Because of the social simulator, because of the dungeon crawler, and the rapidly shifting third POV, this is like also the dynamical combat where you have to, balance physical and magical attacks. Everything about this game is like something you would never see me playing, but I started playing this game like 3 months ago or something like that, and I was instantly addicted. I don't know, when I saw it on Steam there was something like, I usually hate stuff like this, but this one looks like I might actually like it. I just messed up your whole crew, bro. Whoa, he's mad. Why you mad, bro? Well, I wanted to do a boss fight, but the game is not letting me get to that boss at this time. Did I already do this one recently? I guess I did. Stop doing that! Jesus! Those cost money! Don't waste those! Well, tonight we're visiting the apothecary. Hello, Tony. Everybody say hi to Tony. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. That's... Do I even have anything to shrink? It's kind of a waste. Okay. Again, it gets a bit repetitive, but we have to go sell our litter. Because we need money. Get out of the way! Whoops. I wonder, are there consequences? No, what it is this is a happy PC game. If you're going to attack people, we're just going to take them away from you. You've got to be nice with your toys here in Hinterberg. We don't do that. If you want to pick on somebody, pick on these. Let's visit St. Beardo. Yes, there is techno in this game. I actually bought the soundtrack for $5.99 today because I'm a loser. But it's a pretty good soundtrack, actually. I mean, again, this game has turned me into a total brony. It's like, you know, I very much unironically dig this game. It's like there was just something about it that said, give this one a try. Is that all you were here to do? Just say hello, get lost, chick. Okay. Off we go. Let's see, I visited Klaus to get rid of my litter. We've shrunk a charm. I know what we need to do. We need to go back and see Hannah and... Yes, we need to go see Hannah, and we need to see about buying some new attack conduits. No, unfortunately, there's no well-equipped thief here in Hinterberg. I think most people here in Hinterberg would be very intimidated if Thomas set up shop here. You know, I don't know why. Thomas is a very... I like Thomas. He solves problems if the sir needs anything. And I do mean anything. Let's see. We're going to browse Hannah's misandrist, new agey boutique where single items she sells could feed a family of 4 in the second world for a year. Let's see, attack conduits. Yeah, they're not cheap. She's not handing them out. But I need to get all of them, basically, if I want the Steam achievement. Which, again, because I'm being a nerd. Well, I guess it would make sense to know which ones you friggin' have before you go spend money on them. See, the menus get a little bit annoying because... Okay, we've got Ravenous Hunger, we've got Burrow, and we've got Meteor Shower. Let's see, and then we've got Blade. Am I really going to have to write these out? Some of these you can only get by unlocking things with people, so she's not going to have all of these. And some of them are going to be pretty lame. But, let's see. Oh, it tells you right in front of me if you have it. All right. So, I can justify the cost because this is part of my goal. Anyway, they're not that expensive. But I think you have to actually use them to get the achievement. So, first thing we need to do is we need to get away from her. Then what we need to do is we need to... I will survive if I have to swap out... I will survive if I have to learn to use new attack conduits. Some of these are really stupid. Like, and you can shout like in Skyrim. Old Nikest. gun. Foos, whatever. Alright, so let's see. I can't bring myself to use that one right now. I'll use that one in private. I've used that one. Used that one. I don't know if I've used Butterfly Barrage or not. I know I haven't used that one, so we'll use that one. I know I've done all these. Try that one, and then let's do Flame Breath. All right. Okay. I have to do it because that's what happens when you start caring about... Oh, I have many guns, but gun is actually one word of a shout in Skyrim. That's what I was referencing. I don't know if very few of the shouts, all three words of the shouts memorized. There's only a few shouts that I have all three of the words memorized. I have plenty of guns. I am what you call a firearms enthusiast. I would like to feature some of that on the channel, but you know, you may all rest assured that I have no interest in being a gun tuber or going down that route at all. There's some gun tube channels I watch every day. There's some I watch seldom, and there's some I watch not at all. And some of them I like, some of them I don't. I wouldn't go about it the way any of them do. You know, it's like if you open that Pandora's box, you're going to be lumped in with a lot of the things they do. And I don't care to be lumped in with that. There's things they and I agree on, there's things we don't. And I suppose it would be somewhat incongruous with the direction this channel has gone, but I'm not ashamed of it or seek to hide the fact, but gun is the first syllable of the shout Drain Vitality, I believe. And I forget what the other two syllables are. Don't believe what my Steam tells you. My Steam will tell you I have something like 500 hours in Skyrim. I have like 4,000 hours in Skyrim. It's just I've deleted it from my collection and repurchased it like 3 times because I am a heroin addict for Skyrim. If you want to know why there were periods on this channel where I would go for a year without doing anything, you can blame a lot, not all of it, but you can blame a lot of it on Skyrim. We're going to go to the spa Hinterberg. There are rub downs, and then there are rub downs. Wink, wink. Yes, I am a burnt out, disaffected Skyrim enthusiast. That's true. I probably have too much of that game memorized like a Klingon storyteller. That sure is a big faucet they got there. Luisa, is on ayahuasca the entire time you're playing this game. Go to the gift shop, why don't you? Oh dear, we wouldn't want your hands to get wrinkly. True. I haven't sat down in a bathtub in 8 years. I have a shower. I can't even tell you, wouldn't want to guess the last time I was in a bathtub. It was well before the pandemic. 4 years before the pandemic, probably. Not that the pandemic has anything to do with it, but it's been a long time since I've sat in a tub, to say nothing of a spa. Ugh. So you get your stats, you get what you collected, you get what you killed. Give me 45 seconds, we will resume. Now we will hurry up and sleep. And then this is where we are going today. This is the Forest of Hinterwald. I am going to have to spend a couple days doing various things with the plot that involve us sitting and pretending to care while these people talk at us so that we can unlock the boss fights. Because those areas of the levels are off limits. So I have shown you Kolmstein, I've shown you Doberkogel, and now we're going to take a look at Hinterwald. However the hell you pronounce that. I don't speak German. Is not accessible right now. I'm going to have to unlock that for us. Yeah, it is a beautiful game. I would say it actually is. So, let us go to Hinterwald. The areas get bigger over the course of the game. I'm just going to have to advance the plot. It's just kind of annoying that, you know, it's like you've obviously beaten. You know, it's like they just needed to have found a way to open the world without, like, sort of half-assedly pretending that the story is going to start over again. So I will show you the sights here. We will do a dungeon, and we'll call it good for tonight. But that is going to take just a bit of doing. We're going to hold off on talking to them until I've patrolled the area. Since these are locked down to their original state, it's actually not that much real estate to cover and fewer fights. So the magic spells for this area are this tornado. You can use it to get places you wouldn't be able to otherwise. It only lasts for so long. And then there's that, which is sort of used to manipulate things. It's not really a weapon. You sort of can use it that way. You can drive over people with the tornado, though. Let's see if these are worth anything. Well, I don't know. That wasn't so bad. That was actually pretty powerful. You know, if you get like a miner's widow or something like that, that could be handy. Assuming it actually stuns. A miner's widow is kind of like a sub-boss. But they're not common here in Hinterwald. They occur in Kolmstein. They're more common in the swampy area and up on Doberkogel. But not at this phase of the game. It's not unheard of that one would be here, though, but again, they nerfed this since they restarted it. since I restarted the campaign, which haven't nerfed Luisa here at all. So I'm trying to unlock the heavy stuff, but that's going to take a few days. Very Japanese. Let's see, what do we got here? Thief speedruns. Oops. I'm trying to find all of these as well, because there's an achievement I'm going for getting these unlocked ones. The green ones are lockable, unlocked. The brown ones need to be. You need to be able to unlock chests to get those. How would you even do a thief speedrun? Does it? How fast you can do it without and still not get caught, or does it not matter if you get caught? Is it just about completing the levels as soon as possible? How would you do a thief speedrun? Come on. Whoa, stuck up on me. I don't know, it's kind of a lot of theatrics for not much return. I've used it once, I don't think we're going to need to do that again. On the other hand, she's kind of sticking around for a long time. Okay, let's try this one. It's alright. It's like this isn't even accessible yet. They really kinda overdid it, bringing us back down to the rookie level. Hurry up, those'll hurt me. Ow. Got sloppy. Fortunately, dying means absolutely nothing, frankly. They don't go hard on you in this game exactly. I mean, you can find challenges and, you know, be honor system about how you actually go about a certain fight, but you don't pay a penalty for dying, per se. But, you know, this is sort of supposed to be like Zen gaming. This project received a lot of funding from the Austrian government. And it says so in the opening titles. So I think it had to be kind of positive, but you know what? I'm actually okay with that. I think a breath of fresh air and a Zen game like this is kind of what a very badly needed thing. This game is just sort of a transfusion of good vibes, but not in a Weblo the halfling tweed versus Sorehead the mean sorcerer for the, you know, for the soul of Plovdiv. We have so many games like that. How many more of them do we really need? So I don't want to do Ancient Tree. Ancient Tree is kind of annoying. We'll do a dungeon here, but let's not that one. We'll take the Tornado Express to the next quadrant. I want to start over with a fresh tornado so I don't die again. It's efficient. No, when you load up the game, there's some Ministry of Culture in Austria or something like that. They gave the developers some money. It's not a bad thing. It's like the government paying for you to make video games. I mean, I'm not inherently against that. You know, as long as they allow you creative freedom. There's nothing about... There's nothing political in the game. There is a lot of diversity. So, you know, they did their due diligence to really represent a, you know, an international resort where all kinds of people are. They did that quite well. It's kind of the entire planet is sort of summed up by all the characters who are here. Now, Water Lily River is kind of hard. I don't really want to do that one either. I think, let's see what's available. It's Ancient Tree. Ancient Tree really might be the best option. But what sense does that make? Ancient Tree isn't easy. So how are they going to start us out with a whole 2 dungeons we can do? Let's go up here. This is the windmill, and there's supposed to be something around here, and it should be accessible. I don't know, that battle cry is actually pretty good. Okay. Gotta stay ahead of that guy. Wasn't it a chore? No, I enjoy it. It's addictive, actually. Yes, there are people here who give you obsequious, blank-eyed stares and tell you very RPG-ish wad filler conversations. No, Tony, swimming is not ever allowed. If you fall into water, you die. Or you have to start over. Swimming is... She does not swim. Swimming, it's like, watch. You can go here, but she cannot swim. And most time when there's water, if you fall into it, it's a restart. Some of those new attack conduits I bought are actually pretty okay. I kind of don't like the fire one. It requires too much aiming. it's kind of more like using a magical attack, which is not the same. An attack conduit and your magical attack are not the same. They're both magical. Whoa! Okay. Silly me, that always happens. I shouldn't have forgotten that. I want to... There are dungeons around here. Where are all the dungeons? They have got this seriously messed up. So what you could do is you could sit down on this mat and spend the rest of the afternoon there and watch the monsters leer at you, and that will benefit your stats. It will also advance the game. It will advance time without really advancing the game, and you may not want to take on a certain dungeon at a certain point. You might want to telegraph it out for a variety of reasons, so it's useful for that. There is something resembling a strategy to how you time when you do which dungeons. Now, that poison tree down there can kind of make things a little bit interesting. Yeah, I don't like that fire breath. It's too much like a magical attack. Whoa. Okay, they're grounding and pounding me. Got my magic refilled. Again, the game is never going to take you above 9. I have 17 on defense. I don't know what the upper limit of her stats is. It's pornographically high, whatever. So wait a minute. Wait. What the hell? Windsbroug's Treetop. 13? I shit you not. I've not seen this before. Well, how the hell... You know, there was a labyrinth. There is a forest labyrinth. And it always seemed like it led nowhere at all. And that one is pointing straight up. So I want to make sure I'm not missing it. Maybe it's up there. Okay, let's take a look. Maybe you guys will get to see me do something that's actually equal to my character tonight. Let's try this. No. Close, but no cigar. I wasn't... That's new. And the ever-changing grove, I've done that one. That one's a nightmare. But it didn't used to be level 13. Landed a hit. This would actually have been a pretty bad fight if I didn't have the cat. Boy, his shields are coming back on too. Ugh. Boy, you're a nasty guy, aren't you? That was the game trying to embarrass me. That actually turned into a fight. That was that big ram guy. That was the strongest one of those I've ever fought. Let's see. Yeah, close. They almost took me to Pavlok, but they certainly tried. Not very... Let's see. I want to see what that new 13 level is. Boy, I took kind of a bruising there. Alright, this is the labyrinth, and typically this just leads a whole lot of nowhere. It's not really a labyrinth, you just follow the butterflies. It's just an excuse for more POV goodness. I don't want to do the ever-changing grove. I just did not have that. Let's talk to Julian, because doing so might set things in motion. If we don't talk to him, that might delay my plans later. Alright, talk to you. You're a dick. Let's see. I guess we'll have to do Ancient Tree. It's not a terrible level. It's one I can do quickly. It's just... It's kind of cerebral. Alright, let's go. Okay. Very Japanese. Because I'm actually pretty messed up still. This isn't a difficult level. It's just... Don't walk off the ledge, but... Okay. Up we go. Now, if you fall into the water here, it's a restart. I mean, as in a restart from exactly where you were. You don't suffer a penalty, but you can't swim in that water. This you would wake up in Pavlok prison if you fell into. Really, the most important thing to remember is that the game is not setting you up to fail. I almost sent myself into the water, though. Let's see. Can I... It helps if you hit the target. Well, that was smart, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, and see, it's different now because I don't have the black hole power conduit, so I can't drain their magical shields. I have to cut through them, basically. That fight wasn't worth using any attack conduits, because when you use them, then they have to be recharged. Okay. Now, let's... Again, it's important, even when you're very much side-scroller or third POV, you have to remember you always have to explore. Oh, and I didn't visit the apothecary last night. That's what I wanted to do and didn't. Oh, I don't know. Meinl seemed to think it was a good idea. I imagine spider meat would taste pretty toxic. But you never know. Insects are a good source of protein. Alas, you're kind of on the rails in this game. There's no way for me to climb up this tree in a way you're not supposed to. Probably leaving some stuff behind, but it's nothing I really need. We're just sort of trying to keep a decently good pace here. I'm really kind of peeved at how much of the game is not presently accessible, or I would have come up with some more exciting challenges. I was gonna take on the Tatzel Room. The Basilisk is really a big pain, even though it looks more like a flying chicken than a lizard. It's a big pain in the ass. I can't get to that thing from here. Except I'm gonna have to, but not get ahead of ourselves. We're supposed to be relaxed while we play Dungeons of Hinterberg. We're not supposed to fuss. Okay. Well, I can't see how anybody is going to do that at a rate of speed that actually would be like an actual speed run. I mean, sure, playing expert and not getting caught, but let me ask you this. For, it's like, are they publishing stats? Is there a wiki where stats are published yet? Or is the community newer than that? I mean, it's like like, for example, let's pick a not so difficult Thief 2 mission. Like, I don't know, what? I don't want to, like, put the, I don't want to do, like, checking in, cashing out, but, like, I don't know, into the Pagan Sanctuary, for example. Not the easiest level, but it's still relatively early in the campaign. What's the... has anyone submitted or published a record run for that level? I would be curious to know what the fastest time... It sounds a lot... The speedrunning you're mentioning sounds a lot like ghosting to me. I mean, because if you have to complete the missions on Expert quickly without being caught once. I mean, it's like that's ghosting. So it's like, if the sport is to do that and also not get caught, it must be ghosters who are trying to up their game, I guess. Because, I mean, I remember when ghosting Thief the Dark Project or Thief 2 levels really became a thing. In the early days on YouTube, you were seeing people with, like, 8-hour runs of levels because their ghosting regs were so strict. I'm trying to talk and remember how to do this one. I see I'm gonna die. Nope, I'm not gonna die. She just took a big fat fracture. That's not very cool, dude. Now we gotta call the ski patrol. Okay. It floats, Georgie. Did I? Yes, I did. What time did he get? Do you know how quickly he was able to do an expert run without getting caught? Did he publish his time? Oh, whoa. I don't want to fall in there, because that's going to be a restart for sure. Up we go. I am going to save here, because we're all messed up now. I really ate it in that fight before we came here. You want it? Eat it. Eat it till you choke. You sick, twisted fuck. People don't talk about Misery so much anymore. I remember when that film came out, it was like all controversial and badass. It's like, oh, that's not good. I'm gonna, like, die. Something so easy became difficult for some reason. Ugh. 8 minutes. Huh. And they've been at it for 20 years already. I mean, I respect the skill. You gotta... Not getting caught, playing expert. I mean, there's a lot of optimizations they have to memorize, It's like, at that point, you're playing by rote. It's like, people figure things out, and it's like, if you want to have a competitive time, you have to be doing certain things exactly like the book of instructions says, and it's like, can you act Can you actually execute this exploit or this technique in this area quickly? If you can, you will save this amount of time on your run. You know, it's like, first of all, I would struggle to remember all of that. I am really gonna die. There's just nothing I can do. But I can't keep all that stuff straight in my head. I need to have it out in front of me on like a piece of paper while I did it. And it's like, time attack is just not a pressure I cope with well. Probably leaving something behind there, but again, it's no biggie. Boy, I'm sorry, Luisa. You're all messed up. Yeah. Well, that cat saved my life. Yeah, she's all messed up. Alright, so here what we actually want to do is we want to use the tornado without getting all... She is in bad shape. I must have taken some damage in that fight. Eight minutes for St. Edgar's Eve is impressive. Alright, this is going to be a pain. Health. I'm not gonna do well next time baddies show up. Oh, almost fell. Couldn't put it off any longer. I'm gonna have to... That's gonna come out of my paycheck. But... So... Try that again. Try again, man, fool. Eat that. Okay, so... I couldn't put that off any longer. We weren't going to survive the next combat. I don't like using consumables. I like hoarding them, but there was just no other choice, especially since I wasted like 3 of them since I started playing tonight. save here, so if something goes wrong, I don't have to start all the way back there. What we will do is we will fight our way out of this dungeon. I will do some fairly cerebral prep work in Hinterberg, and then when it's time for Luisa to sleep again, I will call it for the evening, and I'm going to try to get it so that I at least have full range of the levels. There's not stipulations on what I can and can't show you. Well, that did a fair amount of damage. Alright, that wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad. Yeah, now that it's not necessary anymore, they're gonna butter me back up. Okay, actually there is one more fight. That is necessary. Yeah, well, they'll get over it. Or they won't. I don't care. Let's see. These guys are kind of a pain. I saw that coming. Get back here, you lost soul. These are the Dungeons of Hinterberg's version of the Lost Souls from Doom. Dumb and annoying, but dangerous if you get bitten. Okay. MP regeneration up. That's a sword enchantment. But I think... let's see. Yeah, the Heart Sword can only take 3 enchantments, and all the other ones can only take 2. I think one of them... I think the magical swords can take 3. But, I don't rely on magic that much. Okay. So, basically... Where was that other one? Who cares? Alright. Alright. And now for some tedious social simulation and nuts and boltsy stuff. So this is my attempt to give you all a first look at this game. I played the bejesus out of this game. It took me 50 hours to. I was pretty much of a completionist. My Steam achievements should lend some credence to that statement. It's a lot of fun. It's not a hard game. It's not the hardest game anyone ever played. Thank you. I barely survived. Let's see. Until I have all those other outfits purchased, we're not going to be making a ton of headway. The story is okay. It's interesting that it's all right. I wouldn't say I'm the target audience for this game exactly. It's a cute. The story is every bit as cute as the graphics are, which is all right. Let's see. We're not done shopping yet. We will. No, it's like, you can buy souvenirs and give them as gifts. Half the time, the people you give them to don't even like them, which, I mean, magic has reappeared in the world. There's all these dungeons full of creatures to slaughter and things to explore, and, the most convenient village next to these magically irradiated areas, and I don't know how much 30 euros is, but that seems steep for a plush toy. Let me know in the comments section if you are familiar with euros. This is the theater. You can watch films here, but if you've seen it before, you don't get much benefit. If you have seen it before, you don't get hardly any benefit at all. If you haven't, you get some. I want to see let's go this way. I've never tried to go this way. It just takes you to the tourist area. What we need to do, though, is we need to visit the apothecary. Because I have a deficit of my potions are not where I want them to be. It's like she's very powerful, but it's like she has a lot of health to lose, and if you take a bad fall and you have 3/4 of a level left to do, that can be a problem. There's no point buying them. Boy, that is steep. All right. I will give you 2 of these. I'll give you 2 of these. I'll give you 2 of these. I'll give you 2 of these. And then fine. It's my penance for wasting 3 of them. Don't press the X key unless you mean to take one of your potions. Now, what we're going to do is, let's see. This is the potion section. So we will put our mediums here. We'll go ahead and leave that the way it is. And we'll go ahead and leave that the way it is. All right. Okay. Now I'm finished ruining all the progress I made towards making my million Hinterbucks. Let's find something to do. Something social. But see, the game is, it's like, I don't know if it's going to be just a function of the number of days that pass, because nothing related to the old plot is actually happening again. So I can't advance any of that stuff. I sort of hope. It's like if I go to the spa, all my advancement for the day is going to be in relaxation, and she does not need more relaxation right now. Okay, I am way unbalanced in the relaxation. When you sit at the campfire, you get a little bit of everything. The theater, it's a toss up between, like sometimes it ups your magical, sometimes it ups your physical. Or your health points. It's hard to say. I guess the campfire is really the only place to go. But, you know what? Fine, do it. I have no idea what I said yes to, but that was a very interesting conversation. The part I liked the most was how fast it went. So, this is Dungeons of Hinterberg. I really love this game. It is totally dope. If we keep building up like this, we're going to start to get somewhere with my other stats eventually. And I wanted to show you some of the harder core levels, but apparently I have not recovered access to those places yet. So, let's see. What did we do? That's not really a lot. I mean, by the end of the game, I was killing like 3 times this in a single day. 5 times this in a single day. I sort of got to get the levels re-enabled. You do that, and with that, I will see you all back again soon. We will be continuing the stream of Thief 2: The Metal Age. That's actually the priority. I don't know how much of Dungeons of Hinterberg I'm going to be streaming. It depends. I really haven't even consolidated my thought process. I kind of just wanted to show it off spontaneously tonight. We will be getting back to Thief 2: The Metal Age. Until then, I will see you all next time. Later.